welcome back to the Mondoze channel. My name is Melvin and today I'm going to show you how to manage your Linux VPS right here in our cloud panel. As you can see here, first here's the registration date, the first payment amount, and a bunch of other important information listed here. But the first thing you want to do is scroll down to the VPS management and you will be greeted with a bunch of icons, each having their own unique functions. So starting off on how to manage your VPS, we have the change the hostname, which basically allows you to change the hostname of your VPS after you type in the new hostname here. All you gotta do is click on change hostname and you should be good to go. Next up is the change password. So all you have to do is type in a new password, retype it, and click on change password. Now it's important to note whenever you make these changes, you should always head over to the power options and reboot your system just in case for it to work. Next up is the select the primary IP, which if you click here, there should be a drop down of a list of IPs that are available. All you have to do is set it as primary IP. Now if you previously add multiple IP addresses, it should show up here, but since we're just using a demonstration, there's only going to be one. Next up is the OS reinstall, which basically allows you to reinstall a clean version of the OS. As you can see here, there's CentOS, Ubuntu, and Debian. All you gotta do is type in a new password, retype it, and you can click on reinstall. Once again, you're gonna want to boot back up the system once you're done with that. Next up is the monitoring, which basically allows you to see the information such as the resources that's being taken out from your VPS. So you can see here the CPU, the disk nodes, the information stated here. Next up is the logs, which basically allows you to view the logs of your VPS. As you can see, here's the task that you've done, the date that it's done, and the status of whether they are successful or not. Next up is the self-shutdown timer, which basically allows you to automatically start or power off your VPS after you've entered the specified date, hours, and minutes. All you gotta do is click on save, and you should be good to go. Next up is the view VPS task, which is basically similar to the logs. As you can see, here's the user, when you started the task, what the task, the action is, the status, and if you ever run into the problem where the task is gone and you can't seem to close it, all you have to do is scroll out by one and it should bring you out, and you can click on the close. Next up is the reverse DNS, which basically allows you to add and manage a reverse DNS. All you gotta do is type in a domain name, click on add reverse DNS, and it should point you back to this IP. Alright, this is basically it for the functions for the VPS management side. Now I'm just going to show you how to install a control panel of your choice in your VPS. So let's say in this case I'm going to choose Vesta CP, but you can choose whichever you want. It'll also notify you that this process may take up to 90 minutes, so make sure that you have some time. And click on OK. And you're going to want to reboot back your VPS in order for it to work. Alright, so once you're done with that, you should be able to access your Linux command line by using the VNC. All you have to do is click on Launch Client, and it should bring you to this interface. Now all you have to do is log in using the root and your password given. Alright, so once you're done logging, you can type in ls, and this will show you a list of the current files that's within your VPS. Another thing you can do is check the current memory that's being used by your VPS as well, and you can do this by typing in free-m. Here you can see the memory that's being used. Next up, you're going to want to check the progress of how your control panel is installing. Since we're using the Vesta, all you have to do is type in vi along with vesta.log. So here it will show you that your software is currently being installed and that it might take up to 15 minutes. So I'll get back to you once this is done. Alright, so once it's done installing, it should pretty much look like this, and then the final thing you can do is type in colon and Q to quit the interface, and now you're free to type in any command that you want again. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and I will see you next time.